All right, y'all. So I apologize. Your girl is running late today, and it is going to have to be a short reading. So, regardless, I hope you all are well. Welcome to Oracle Talks. This is Jeanette the Oracle. And I'm going to deliver a quick message for us for, fingers crossed, it'll be a quick message for the summer solstice. Yes. Thank God for summer solstice. I think it officially is actually tomorrow, the 21st. It is actually tomorrow, the 21st. And I believe that's also the day. Yeah, that's also the day that Neptune goes retrograde in Pisces. So if this week has been weird emotionally, that would be why, in addition to other things, which I talked about in my recent newsletter. So if you're not already signed up for my newsletter, you should definitely get on that. But yeah, hopefully everyone is doing well. The enrollment period for the Lightworker Academy is officially closed now. So if you missed it, you missed it, right? But I will be doing another semester, and the enrollment will open up for that in the fall. And that semester will actually begin at the beginning of the year, okay? But yeah, I don't really have any announcements. And because I also came in late and I know I can't stay long, I want to jump right into the messages. So let me settle in. I don't know about you all, but I'm ready for this fresh start because it really feels like it. And let's pull in messages from Solaris, 7th dimensional sun. All right. Also, for those of you who have been following my Divine Masculine Rising series, part 2 of my interview with Roland Nash is happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Instagram Live. So go to Anderson Alchemy on Instagram and follow me there to catch us. And of course, since it's an Instagram Live, it only stays up for 24 hours. It won't be up longer than that. So you don't want to miss. He will be doing some Anihotra chanting for us, which is lovely. And then the crystal grid activation for the people of Sudan who are revolting against military oppression. That grid is still up, and we're still in it, still working through it. And it will remain up through this coming Sunday, which will be the 23rd, I believe. So stay connected to that, please, I ask. Yeah, cool. All right, let's see what the messages are for us from the sun. And I love it because the sun actually showed up right here in the middle. This is the sun in Scorpio. And under that, I got the judgment card, which is the primal fire, first fire. So that's good. Okay. All right, so it looks like for this past week, Neptune really has been dragging us because this is the Hangman, the Neptune card, and this is what we have recently been experiencing. So there's been a very specific pause being put down for all of us, for rest and healing and restoration, and that is purposeful, okay? It also, I'm hearing, as an opportunity for us to have a chance of experiencing what it's like to have things come to us as opposed to going out and after it. And that's part of what this upcoming, well, now we are actually in Cancer season, and then we have the new Moon Solar Eclipse in Cancer coming up on July 2nd. So that is very much the principle of going with the flow and letting spirit, letting God, letting the soul, however you want to look at it, direct the path, okay? So we got a taste of what that looks like to operate from a place of yin. We are sitting in a lot of spiritual power. which is good. But we've been fighting to make our way and to be clear about what it is, who it is that we are, why we're here, our purpose, our work, and standing out from the crowd. We've all been working through that. A lot of reassessment this year, which is appropriate, right? Because we're almost done with the Saturn transit through Capricorn. Can you believe that? It's actually, I think at this point, we still have a little bit. It's going to be about a year because I think Saturn actually leaves Capricorn at the beginning of June. I know the node shift at the beginning of May, but I think Saturn actually leaves Capricorn at the beginning of June. So we're about a year out. So by the time we get to fall equinox, we'll be 9 months out. But basically, like August time is August, September time, we'll have 9 months or 10 months left, I should say. And that's the last third of the race, or the journey, actually. Interesting. All right, so what we are being asked to lean into or to face is the Five of Cups. And the action around that is the Ace of Pentacles. So I get the sense that we are being asked still to, as we should, continue to push ahead to what's going to place us in our soul sovereignty. Because the central energy, what this is all about, is a Six of Cups, right? And this is about our individual soul power. It's also healing, it's community, also can be love and relationship, friendships, things like that. But for right now, since I'm doing a shorter reading, I'm just going to say keep it to the individual soul sovereignty, individual power, individual purpose here. Okay. And as we keep taking those action steps to implement new behaviors and take action as it will align us with our soul purpose, we have to keep in mind and start the day with whatever our highest trajectory is. So when you have your morning meditations, when you have your prayers, expressly calling in your higher self, all aspects of your human self, the body, consciousness, and saying specifically that you're choosing this day and every day moving forward your highest path, your highest expression. Okay, and that's going to make sure that as you go through this open door of opportunities and take these, whatever these next additional step or steps are, that you are working through this process of growth and development. Because the fives are always about transition, and they can be transitioning into greater things, or they can be transitioning down into less. Okay. But regardless, they go to places of stability. So it's either a place of stability in a quote unquote higher level, or stability at a lower level. Okay. But it's change, and it's change that we have control over. So we need to continue to move in a process of growth and expansion in this new version of ourselves that we chose. Because remember, we've been talking for now the past 3 months specifically about that crossroads that we came to in that April Taurus season, the higher choices that we were going to be making for our lives, because we were wanting to step into something more, step into something greater. Okay. So now that that choice has been made, we are needing to amplify our power, amplify our presence, amplify the new systems and new routines, the new structures in our lives to support this new path. Okay. And we have the discernment, we have the clarity to be able to see that. And if we ever start getting confused or off kilter, always coming back to the highest trajectory expression. Okay. Now, what's in our environment is the justice card. So this is a balancing of a lot of karma, a lot of things being returned to you that is owed to you. You're seeing basically the fruits of your labor. You're seeing, as I mentioned earlier, this different way of manifesting, of aligning with your truth. And we're all showing up right now as the Princess of Wands. So in this deck, this talks about a position of mastery here in the physical realm. So the higher levels have been mastered, and now we're sitting in this position of power, and this is spiritual power, as well as creativity, as well as ambition. But it's purity of heart. And, before we might have been more risky in a negative way. But now we have a better head on our shoulders. Now we are seeing things more clearly, but we have to keep doing the work of establishing the new habits in our belief systems, in our thought patterns, and how we take care of our physical body, things we invest our time and energy into, people, circumstances, etc. Okay. Interesting. I'm just looking ahead. All right, so let's see specifically as we do this, what we can expect in the week ahead if we continue to make these higher choices as it relates to our individual highest trajectory expressions and experiences, our highest path. Also, too, there's a message that if something isn't sitting right with someone or something or situation, more than likely it hasn't been sitting well for a while. And if you've been deliberating whether or not you should leave or stay, you need to leave, okay? Because you already know what's up. Okay, so let us know what we can expect. Choosing a higher trajectory. So good, the Ace of Pentacles came back out. So choosing the higher trajectory path, clarified by the Princess of Wands, which we already just saw, which is great. Because that energy is staying consistent. And also hello to new folks coming in. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers here. And also please like the video. It helps its exposure through YouTube. So folks will see it in their like recommendations and stuff. Very nice, very nice. 1 second. This is a lot of cards, but I will take it because it's all similar energy. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So as I mentioned, we already are starting. So we're starting here with this energy of the higher trajectory expression of our soul. Okay. So the universe, the sun actually is here and supporting and has been supporting us for a while with that. We are still really having to master control over our mind, our belief systems, really, which controls our thoughts and controls our emotions. Okay. So this is something that we are still working on, obviously, because it's not like you flip a switch and, you know, everything shifts in an instant. Like it takes time to develop this new muscle of being. But again, there's enough perception now, not only in thought patterns that you're used to, but also physically how it can show up for you if you're in the new higher trajectory versus if you are repeating old stuff. So, for example, with the body, if it's old energy, if it's fear based, if it's too myopic or mundane and not grounded enough in the spirit, not enough in the soul, not enough in the divine, there's not going to be peace in the body. There's going to be tension in the shoulders and the jaw. The breath will shorten, all those kinds of things. So those are signals to you that you're leaning a little too much on your own understanding and need to reorient yourself and come back to communion with the divine. Because the strategy that comes down through there is always perfect because it has access to more information and it's always seeing the highest path. Okay. But this is, we have control over it because it's a 7, but it's still something that we have to be working on, right? Now, our strategy as we go throughout this week to help with that, which I love, is operating from a place of abundance in the mindset in terms of, the choices that you make. Okay. And that was the 3 of Cups. So by the middle of the week, if we're taking this higher path, we come to the Knight of Swords. Excuse me, not the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. So this is power, again, over the mind. And I would say this is also clarity about the path forward, about what it is that you, in this level of belief system or mind or emotion, what have you, whatever this is, the 7 of Swords, whatever it is that you're still trying to develop greater mastery in, you do come to that place. And you're able to have a perspective that is grounded and clear and sure moving forward. Okay, so this is really good to see, actually. Because you're able to get a sense of better perspective with this. You and your higher self are working much more easily together, which is good. All right, so I love, and in this particular spread, how we're showing up right now as the Tower, because this is, again, the breaking away of old ways of being, whether that's belief systems, thoughts, emotions, habits, relationships, jobs, whatever it is. We are embodying and in this space of letting go and breaking the shackles, breaking the strongholds over our lives, which is beautiful. Okay. And because this is showing up, it means that we are no longer fearful about the letting go of the old. We are willingly leaning into this energy. So that's really nice. Really, really nice. And, Mars this week has really been, this is actually the Mars card, but Mars has been helping us a lot with that because it's been conjunct the North Node. Now, for the most part, in the environment around us, again, we have this Four of Cups, which would, to me, be talking about the balance and the peace. In the last spread, we had the Justice card, but this is also the energy of the soul itself. And I'm also hearing that this is continuing to take you on the path that is next for you at this stage of your journey, this next chapter of your soul's life. Now, you may be fearful about keeping balance with all the abundance that's coming in, right? Especially if you are operating from the space of Three of Cups and you have a clear mind. You may be worried about, like, okay, can I handle what I'm asking for? You can. But also remember, it's there's something for you to hold or to carry. You're just the steward. You're the steward of the resources. It's not you're not actually creating anything. You're helping to mold and to shift and to shape. Okay. You're like the interface of this greater biofeedback system of the divine, of source, of the soul, and manifest reality. And you're here in the middle. So source is always giving you the inside scoop, so to speak, of what's to come and what's available and where it wants to go. And your job here in the middle is to navigate and to follow those instructions, and shift as needed with the physical world. Now, where we end up by the end of the week is the Emperor. Y'all better boss up. I mean, we better boss up, I should say. So the Emperor is Aries, which of course is ruled by Mars. So yes. Additional cards that came out to clarify were the Four of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So it's like all the fire energy here. I'm loving it because this is like full summer energy. We got the sun out here. We got Mars out here. And of course, Emperor. Yeah, really, really nice. Now, the Emperor is the combination of all of the kings. So not just the King of Swords, which is mastery over the mind and contract negotiations and speech and all that, but also the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Earth or Pentacles. Okay, so it's all of them. The Emperor to me really is the CEO. Secondarily, I'll also call the King of Pentacles, but since we have the Emperor here, I mean, this is really the boss up vibe. And that's really nice energy to be walking into because we will by the end of next week, those will be the days leading into the eclipse. Midway through the week, we have the third quarter square moon. And I believe that's going to be at 1 degrees Pisces. So check to see where that is in your chart. And then the new moon solar eclipse in Cancer is going to be at 10 degrees of Cancer. So definitely check to see where that is in your chart. So what I'm getting with this is as we make that higher trajectory source choice and continue to do so each and every day, each and every hour with all the things that you have to choose, you know, we gain this mastery over the mind by midweek. And by the end of the week, we are on all levels of being, spirit, mind, emotions, and the material world, in control. The Emperor to me is the master manifester. This is beautiful, guys. So when you work as the master manifester, manifestation happens quickly, Knight of Wands. And it's always for your highest and greatest good, the Four of Wands. And it's in alignment with spirit, which means that it's always protected. Another thing of note, too, there's a predominance of masculine energy here in the spread, as well as in the last one, which is really, really nice. I like seeing this healed masculine energy, very much so. And I want more of it, more of the masculine. More of the masculine. We love you. We bless you. We thank you. All right. Let's see, 25 minutes. I think that will be it. I'll get a closing message and then I'm going to bounce. The girl needs to run. Hope everyone is doing well. I apologize for the shortened session today, but it's all good. You know I love you. Since we're close to the end of the month, of course, I will be doing the July forecast soon, but I'm going to save that till the last week of the month. So be on the lookout for that. But definitely, if you have not already gone back to check, do your mid-month check-in, go and rewatch this month's videos and to see where you are. Ooh. Okay, all the cards are wanting to come out. Just wanted a simple closing message, but apparently that's not about to happen. All right, 5 of Swords, Universe, which is our galactic mother. That's my card for that, more often than not. 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. So this is a blind spot spread. So I'm going to do this. Oh, well. In that case, that means there's some love coming. And then we got the High Priestess and the 9 of Cups on the grounds of 6 of Wands, success. All right, so let me see what this closing message is. You may not be aware of it, but there is new love and or healing coming. It's interesting because this 2 of Cups has been coming up a lot recently, but this is showing up in the external. So this is a coming together of more of a soul group. Okay, maybe meant been within a while in terms of incarnations. So it'll be reunions, but I don't know if it's gonna. I think it's gonna be reunions on a soul level, not necessarily reunions in the sense of like people circling back in from the past, unless they really have had some shift energetically in themselves. But this seems to be new. Now, this also could be talking about, in general, just the new souls that are coming in, literally from the Great Mother, from the Galactic Center, from the Galactic Mother. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the new energy, regardless of what this context is for you. So if this is like a new collaboration, new business opportunity, new love relationship, new friendship, new child, it's new. It's new higher light energy, okay? That's the direction to be going in. And trust your intuition, especially with the High Priestess here. She's the one that sits at the threshold of the Great Mother. This is our intuitive self, the all-knowing self. And we have the Nine of Cups here. This is also the Great Mother, Pisces energy, Neptune. But this is also referred to as the Wish card. Yeah, but regardless, the overarching message is a coming together of new soul groups, and they can be truly brand new, especially if they are the crystal souls coming in, or new souls within the greater soul cluster that you haven't either interacted with yet in this incarnation, or maybe you have and you and the other person has leveled up in whatever the context is. Because for me, the Two of Cups, it can talk about love, but since it's a general reading, it's any kind of mutually beneficial, interdependent relationship. And that can be business, that can be platonic, that can be romantic, and that can be parent-child. So take that as you need. All right, y'all. Love you so much. God willing, I will see you next time. And also, like I said, check out the interview with Roland tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Instagram, Inner Alchemy. Love you. Bye.